Okay, hi, I'm Rita, and I'm very happy to be here. I'm excited to be with my friends, and we're here with this wonderful tree, this wonderful cherry tree, who has given me lots of good information and is also coming through to talk to us today about whatever it is, about getting through this shift of time, this space, this transition of movement that's happening right here and right now. So how we can do this, dancing through it, flowing through it, easily and effortlessly. So one of the things, I'm going to go into a little bit of an altered state. I'm already here connected to the tree because we've already talked about this. And now we're going to ask for any questions. So just, it would be better, the green man spirit is coming through. Green man spirit is coming through. And we want some questions.
Well, I thought as this is the advent of spring and everything's starting to wake up, how can we use this wake-up energy inside of us to symbolically let the spring help us to merge into the growth for awareness for the new season?
There's a very strong energy coming through now, and it basically wants less concern about trying to make things happen, but to be more allowing in what's coming up and to see what's coming up, that you'll notice things growing that you're not familiar with or might think in the past was something to rid your garden area of, but rather to allow it to cultivate itself. Don't do anything to cultivate it. Don't add to it, but to allow it to cultivate itself, because there's going to be new sources of nutrition that are going to start showing up, particularly around this area that we're in right now, around the radius of this tree, but also in this whole landscape, miles out, and that there's going to be a lot of that. So you might want to share that with people, just so that when you see something coming up in your gardens or wherever they are, this growth, to not try to destroy it and not try to cultivate it with anything other than allowing, just to allow it to grow and to see what comes from that, and then to basically find out. You'll have evidence. It'll be very clear. The evidence will be very clear of the resource that you now will have available, because that's what's going to happen. New resources are going to show up from the earth, from the planet. New resources that we in nature are going to be putting forth, and that you're going to be gathering and allowing, and that's going to do the cleansing part, the healing part of what has been damaged, because there's been a great deal of damage, and that's going to start showing up. As that begins to show up, it's important for you as humankind to begin to allow it. Remember, the word allow is an important sense, an energy force. Allowing is an energy force for you to get into around nature. Not trying to manipulate it and not trying to dominate it, but just to allow it and see what it offers you in resources that will be more than what you can hoard and manufacture in the ways that you've been doing. We're happy to be here. We love that you're doing this. We're grateful for, all the people that are now being more expressive and hearing us. They're very happy that there are more people. This is kind of like when I talk to animals, and animals are talking, so the tree's telling me this, that nature itself is very happy that there's more and more humans that are willing to listen instead of doing all of the talking, that they're more willing to listen and hear, and to know that they're happy to hear what we have to say. So that's good.
So we are energy systems ourselves, operating in ecosystems that are larger energy systems. And I'm trying to figure out, how do we interact with our plants in a garden fashion in a way that can be more communal and less like horticulture?
Well, basically, you're already doing that. It's already starting to take form in what it is that you're asking to start to do more of. Communally, it's happening. There's more gardens out there that are community gardens, so to speak, and that's happening even with people using their own spaces in that way. Again, the word allowing keeps coming up. It's about being less demanding of making the changes, and the changes are all for like all of the wrong reasons, to make it look prettier, aesthetically, rather than more nutrition. And it's like everything that's been forced upon nature needs to be kind of released and let go of, and then and the allowing is going to show up, and it's going to straighten itself out so quickly and with such a determination that you won't feel lack from it, because a large part of why the system is resistant to change is the fear of loss, the fear of not being able to produce what it's producing currently, thinking that it has to continue to produce. So it's the letting go of that, the total submissiveness to that, the total surrender to that, and the allowing nature to take its own course is going to surprise and be very happily surprising in how quickly it takes its own, it takes itself back, so to speak, that will be totally sufficient to provide for the needs and of survival, and even more, a better survival, because humankind will be fulfilled in a way that it hasn't been before, ever before.